Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Sprawl, Episode 2, Operation Everyone Wants a Car Panther. Just because certain somebody wants the Car Panther, and I have you guys backwards, so let me fix that right now. There we go. Now all y'all are on the right squares. We're short one at the moment. I was going to hang out for a little bit longer until he got here, but he's taking a little bit of time, so I figured I'd start us a little bit early. We haven't really started the action phase, so people can explore still on the legwork, and they have to tell me a few things about what's going on anyways. So, with going left to right as I normally do, Will, how was your holidays? Welcome back. And
Thank you.
What's your plan for today?
Holidays were great. We were in Hawaii, which, I can't complain about that. It was pretty fun. Beautiful weather. It rained a couple days, but still got lots of ocean time. As far as today, I plan to do as much killing as I can do, because that's what I do. I am our group's killer.
Excellent. Awesome. Our fixer, Max, is on his way, and hopefully will be here soon-ish. I don't have any TA as of yet, so we will make it as we go along. So, Trip, Mr. Shane, sir, how was your holidays? And what are your
holidays were good.
Today?
Pretty quiet, but good. Had some nice weather for Oregon for the holidays, so that was nice. Had a little bit of snow on Christmas, and then it got sunny and a little bit warmer. So
nice. What is this snow thing you speak of? I know not of this weird word.
We had snow this year.
And cold.
So
and it melts.
Like colder rain. Got it. Okay.
Yeah, basically. And yeah, Trip's gonna try to get a Car Panther. And he might have to kill the whole goddamn world to get it, apparently. So we'll see. He hasn't really made up his mind on where that Car Panther's going, but
yeah, we'll see. Yeah, what is this snow thing? I agree on the white bullshit, but thankfully I live in a place that doesn't get it. And if we ever did get it, death would happen, because this is a place that's not used to it.
God, death did happen here. We had like 0.1 inches, and I saw overturned cars on the road and shit.
Yeah, it would be similar, only more widespread here. It would be hilarious to watch if the security industry wasn't my living. In which case, I'd be having to pick up all the pieces in the process. James, welcome back. Happy New Year. How was your holidays? And what are your plans for today? And you're on mute. There we
Holidays were pretty good. Nice and calm and low drama, which is something that I prefer.
Always good.
And my plan for today is to complete this operation and probably kill the zookeeper that I talked with, because I told him he wasn't getting the Car Panther, and he insisted that he wants it.
Wow.
Trip supports this idea.
I know a guy that could handle that for you.
Oh man, this is gonna go very, very interesting.
Interesting is an interesting way to put badly.
Yeah. So, my holidays were pretty low-key for the most part. I had to work between the two of them, so not so exciting. I got a trip to Sequoia National Park out of the way, which was fun. Lots of big trees. And most of my gifts from my friends, because my friends know me, were booze. I got a bottle of brandy that can't be got anywhere else because it was homemade. And I got a bottle of Japanese whiskey. Both of which are at my girlfriend's house. Otherwise, I'd probably have a glass with me right now. So, I gotta suffer. I could switch to gin, but not feeling up for it right now. I keep being a little bit depressed because there's a booze shop around the corner from my girlfriend's house that has like 3 bottles of the one brands I like, only time they've done a single barrel whiskey, for $150 a bottle. So never gonna buy it. I'm just going to go to that store and look at it behind the counter on the top shelf every time I visit and just be like, oh, one day.
Do they
When
sell
I'm not-
burglars' tools too?
Yeah. I mean, I have a perfect crack team of people who could steal it for me, but in the process, they'd probably set fire to the entire building, and I probably wouldn't get the booze because they'd all drink it.
You get one of the bottles. I don't like that stuff because I can't get drunk on it, as we said last time. So
Yeah, Blank's beer would only drink the rubbing alcohol they have in the back to clean the floor.
Yeah, that's true. that's a valid statement. So, who would like to sum up where we are so far leading up to this mission this evening?
I believe there's a car panther.
Yes.
I want it. Everyone
So
else
does-
wants it.
Yeah, so does everyone else, hence the operation name.
So either one thing is going to happen, and probably that means that everyone's going to die. So,
So-
Blank, you got your work cut out for you.
I'm
So,
game.
Your 6 items you're technically looking for are a lap elephant, a bathtub hippo, a hip-level giraffe, 2 guard panthers, a
I believe
trussum.
you just mispronounced car panther.
No. The car panther is separate. That's the only one the guy doesn't want. A
Which
cat
that's
with
good
a
because I
bird
kind of like
wings,
him. We're not going to kill him.
also called a trussum, and the chameleon snake jewelry, and codename Cerberus. The only
yeah,
other
that
one
thing.
you're not going to be picking up, but you know of exists, is the bear cat.
No
Which-
owlbears?
Is a bear-sized cat, not a cat-sized bear.
There's only
That
one,
would be
right?
better.
Only one bear-sized cat,
Yeah.
rather than
Here's your options. You get 1 bear-sized cat or 100 cat-sized bears. I don't think either is a good choice.
No.
not really.
I think both end in violence. I think what we determined was Blank has someone to hunt down before they fly off to a space station and become a lot harder to hunt down.
Which Trip's all about just going to that space station, Blank. So
Hmm.
if you want to put that one off, he'll
You
come with
have
you.
you have transportation to said space station lined up. Maybe that can be arranged.
Let's see. You have some information about the gala event at the zoo where they're going to be displayed. You also have some information about the facility where they're being housed currently. What else have you got so far?
According to my notes, Trip's got 3 holds with regard to the Genetics warehouse.
Yeah.
I thought I burned 2 of those though.
Yeah, you did
that's
spend 2
possible.
hold. Yeah, you have 1
Okay.
left.
One left.
Yeah, I did not have. I just had made a note that you had the 3 and hadn't noted that you spent the 2.
Yeah, he got the service entrance is vulnerable, and the biggest risk is the bear cat.
I heard the bear cat, which means singular.
Well,
That's one
you've only
bear-sized
seen one whilst you were assessing the building. And that's the one they
Fine.
parade through the lobby at semi-regular intervals.
I need to take
Is
better
it-
notes.
Is it how like North Korea parades the same bear cat or the same missile though around the block a whole bunch? It's just one bear cat. Is
Other
really
than that one
operational?
missile that they
Looks
launched,
impressive.
the one missile that they launched and landed in someone's in their own neighborhood somewhere.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I loved reading that one. Your clocks are currently at legworks at 2 slots, actions at 1 because of your bids. Everyone wants the Carpanther, which is the fun part. Your mission objections got put up, which is when you accept the job, which you should. I mean, you technically already get that one. You have not determined the location for extraction, so that'll be your probably next bit. When you extract all the animals intact, you get one. When you deliver the animals, you get one. And when the mission's over, you get one. So, we are one step into this mission objective list here. And y'all have been rolling really well, so... what are you guys going to be doing next to figure out what your plans are?
I mean, Trip knows what his plan is.
Well, you know what you want to do. I don't think you have a plan for that. Get the car Panther, not a plan.
I think that's a plan.
No,
that's
that's
step
an objective.
3. We have step 1 and step 3. We just got to fill in the question marks. Step 2.
And then we profit, right?
Yeah, that's 4.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you need step 2 part A, step 2 part B, step 2 part C through Q.
Details.
And then you might get to 3.
I mean, I have probably that many bullets in my magazine. That's what I label them. Plan A, plan B.
Oh man, there's gonna be so much murder in this game. Well, you don't know where in the building they're being housed, other than you know that they're in a building. Or you know which building they're in. You know that they're gonna be transported, I'm gonna say, in the next 3 days. Since you did the assess trip, please describe to me what the building looks like. Oh no, we got that building right. That's right.
We got the building.
That's right.
Yeah, spread out next to the train tracks.
Yeah, that's the fancy buildings I have up there already. That's why it's been 3 weeks since we last played. My brain's gone to mush. Describe the inside of the building then. What little you've seen from the outside.
From what I've seen from when the doors open and stuff, there's a big kind of loading bay in the back. And, the lobby's obviously very nice, but you can see that it's kind of there are quarters that lead to different habitats, and so they have a big central kind of it's kind of windy corridor, but then that leads off into different habitats where they have a lot of the animals kept. And each habitat has support facilities next to it for
So they designed the habitats to replicate natural environments rather than keep the animals in cages. So it's almost like a zoo inside the building, basically.
Right, because these are the really first models, and they're trying to keep them as comfortable and pampered as possible. So they don't want anything too stressful on these creatures. So the habitats are miniaturized for the animals as well.
Yeah, well, most of them are miniature animals, so one would assume. Other than the Cerberus one, you
that one
assume might be a little bit bigger, but you don't have it. You haven't seen it yet. So where are you guys going from here?
I think Trip has thrown out probably 6 or 7 plans by now. And almost all of them have been very quickly shot down because they are not well thought out at all. And so I think Trip's in the middle of describing his newest plan. He's like, all right, Replica, here's what we're going to do. We're going to wait for the delivery van for them to come. And we're going to, right before it gets there, we're going to hijack the van. And you're going to impersonate the driver of the van. They'll load all of the animals in to the van. Then we just drive off with them. Perfect plan.
I think that there's a little more in terms of complications than you're expecting with that.
The dead driver's not going to tell anybody. Once we're out of the compound, we can switch vans to your friend's van so they can't track us. If anyone finds us, we have guard Panthers to take care of it. This solves itself.
Do they come pre-trained?
And are they going to imprint on you?
Yeah.
Trip looks incredulous at your question. Of course they are.
Sorry. That's stupid question.
And then the best part is all of us get to use their talents. Blanks here, you can kill the driver. Replica, you can impersonate people. We'll get Max to do some routing and get us to the destination. He may need to pull some strings to get us some new supplies, and I'll get a car Panther.
Yes, I am interested in your talent there.
I did like the part about the killing.
I mean, if you guys are going to do any research on the truck or any security measures on that truck, or
I feel like we're slightly stalling in hopes that Jim showed up to unfuck this situation, but nope. We're doing it live.
Yes. All right. So let's take that as our current working plan. We still need some information about this to be ready for it. Timing and things like that, right?
yes.
Right.
Trip begrudgingly agrees. Fine.
So we want to hit the shipment, is that, or as they're loading up, is the plan?
Well, I think we want to be in control of the truck prior to it showing up.
Okay. I mean, since I know the girl that's running security at the gala, I'd rather not screw her over on this. So she did help us out quite a bit. So before the gala is better for me than at the gala.
Right. So the animals will be gone before they even get to the gala. She'll be scot-free.
Yeah.
Essentially.
All right.
That works for me.
So if we're gonna do this as a jack the truck beforehand, we need to do some research on it. Whoever has a good mind score should probably take the lead on that.
-1. So not it.
How's Chip doing on that?
Isn't
For
Max
mine?
is our best. Oh, I can't see his sheet.
You can't see a sheet?
0.
This is 1.
Also 0. So, I mean, he would be. That's like his thing.
Yeah.
So he would be good at that.
Yeah.
But I'm willing to go and do the research. If
Ooh, excuse me.
Unless Trip wants to do it.
I mean, I'll happily. It depends. Don't necessarily think about the move itself. Think about what you want to actually do. Like, are you gonna go and hunt down a connection who might know the company that's doing the delivery, or is maybe on the delivery detail, or
It could also be joint action that you can roll links on or something too.
yeah.
Depending on what you do. Obviously, I'm not going to be the one
Yeah.
to do this one.
No.
Blake would come back and be like, so, good news and bad news. Good news is they found someone who knows something. Bad news is they have a bullet in their head.
Yeah.
I tried to extract the information. I couldn't find it. It got really messy. I feel like I'm conflicted in how I want to play it, Blank. I don't know if I want to be like a brute or like a sophisticated killer, and I keep switching between the two.
So my thought with this is try to find out where this company, like, that is doing the actual movement, like their pattern of life, so that we can hit them at the right time.
Okay.
To do that replacement.
Are we getting Chinese food again?
It's like, we're never getting food again out of it. Chinese food is strictly for after missions from now on.
Oh,
Yeah, that went so well.
Yeah.
Not so much sweet with that sour sauce on that one.
All right, so let's see here. So you're gonna like kind of troll the matrix, see if you can't dig up any information that way, or are you gonna look for a contact who might know?
I'd be doing more direct, like, personal interactions with people. just because that's what Replica's focus is.
All right.
Because like regardless, I'd be just trying to pump people for information and glean the schedule and such from them.
All right. Yeah, I'll go for a research on that one. It's a little bit of a funky one because that probably sounds a little bit more like finding a contact and hitting the street, but research works too. You're moving among the people, basically trolling for information as best you can.
Yeah. All right. So, all right. Like, just for the move, as the move is concerned, what I am looking for is, given this plan, when is the best time to hit the transportation van? Because that's, it's like, ask the question first and then roll.
Okay. Well, it says ask a question from the list below, but I'll work with this question.
Oh, okay. From the list below. All right. Was anyone going to roll links? You don't need to. It'll implicate you when I fuck this up.
Do either of you have links with him?
I do.
Mine says Replica 2.
You took one extra from
Mission, I think.
The last mission.
I feel like Trip is pretty heavily invested in this weird side mission, so I think I'd roll to help Replica.
All right.
There's no forward for the links roll, right?
No. The only thing you get is just whatever your links is.
So would I put? I'm rolling in the links, but and the links little.
If you just roll the links button, then it should push that. Hey, you definitely give him the bonus.
Yeah,
sweet.
Yes. Assuming that you're helping and not intentionally getting in the way.
Trip is definitely trying to help in this time.
All right. So going out and trying to get the information, and yes, that is some good stuff there.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
So you find out that where's my... So the gala event is 3 days from now. It is going to be held at a zoo that is on a suspended platform way high up in the skyrise level of downtown. So literally it's, you take a bunch of buildings and you put out a flat platform that runs between them all at a certain floor, and that's where the zoo is. What they are going to be doing is there is a truck that will arrive at their research compound the morning before. It will take it into downtown. It will be parked at one of the lower levels of the building, drive into that building, and then get lifted all the way up to the upper floors. You've heard rumors that there's likely going to be a security detail attached to that truck at all times, because prototypes.
As if they're trying to stop us from doing this.
Yeah, maybe.
Stopping this precise thing.
From your understanding, your likely best bet is, while it's at the compound itself, the security detail is likely going to be stationed in a waiting pattern outside. So it's going to be parked inside the loading dock, more or less unguarded, other than what's expected at the building itself. The information you've gotten from flitting around a little bit more ended up also catching the fact that the guard detail is one VTOL craft and 5 armed guards, plus 2 armed guards on the truck.
The 2 VTOL crafts and armed guards on the truck.
Yep. Or one VTOL craft, 5 men in that, and then 2 on the truck. And I should note this down because you take a 1 intel.
Oh, nice.
Rolled a 11 because all y'all keep rolling really good. All right, and
I also have that we previously had 1 intel and 1 gear.
yes, from the mission start, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
No, you took the intel from the mission start and the no. Oh yeah, you have an intel associated with Simon, and then you have 1 gear from getting the job. Vehicle route, or you don't know the vehicle route, but you know its start point, its finish point, and the times for both.
Okay.
So you can assume that the truck will be fully loaded at start time, but you don't know when it starts to be loaded and when it'll be finished. I mean, other than it'll be finished loaded before it leaves the compound. So you assume your window's probably pretty small.
Yeah.
More. You are welcome for 1 more follow-up question out of that list.
So where are we having this discussion now? I feel like there's probably like a cutscene of like James and I working some people, making calls, and now we're probably regrouped. So what are we at? Like, are we out to eat, or are we at some sort of like? What's the situation?
I keep thinking that we use that infamous ramen shop as our like
Especially
temporary quarter or a temporary base of operations.
Especially since Max isn't here. Like, I don't know what he's complaining about. The ramen here is actually really good.
All right, so I think Trip, we're all at the table, and Trip is sitting there. And unlike the first time that he showed up at this ramen shop, he's now kind of like less. He like when he walked in, he wasn't so like disgusted by the shop and like stepping over it. He kind of walked in. His shirt buttons like unbuttoned a little bit, and his like cuffs are rolled up, which is very peculiar for him. I mean, he's sitting there, he's still smoking his cigarettes, but I think he's really just like dialed in on this mission. He's really talking about like all the potential like ramifications and stuff that could go wrong. Unlike the first mission in which he like barely cared at all.
He's trying to work the angle of how to give the guard panther to 3 people or car panther to 3 people.
Yeah, he's like, maybe there's a device inside of the compound that you can use to clone it, and we can make some replica guard panthers, and who cares if they work, but we can just give them to them, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work for those people, but I can keep the real one.
Do we can we shrink the guard panthers down?
Trip was like,
Have
there's
they
a
been
winning
shrink
idea.
range yet? Is that a thing? Or, I mean, would they know the difference? Oh, Jim's trying to join.
Alright, hold on 1 second here. Since it seems to be locking us down. Hopefully this doesn't break things. Ah, fucking hell. Every time.
What happened?
Every time it does this.
What happened?
Why does it... It used to... They keep changing things, and it's really annoying.
Oh, you set it up to go to 12 on...
Because for some reason they now limit it to 4 people for the smaller one when it was limited to like 6 before. I'm really confused by this. So let me see if I can't force this.
I apologize for being late.
Don't worry.
Totally forgot we
all
were playing
good.
today. Usually we've talked earlier in the week or during the day saying, hey, who's all in. I had to be at work at 7. I worked till 7:30 as we're doing PI planning. And I got home. It's 23 degrees. I'm starving. So Leah and I went to get food, and we're sitting there. We just, literally, the waitress had just walked away. And I hear bloop. I'm like, oh, fuck. To her credit, Leah's like, do you want to just cancel the order? I'm like, no, I'm starving.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, no worries. We've just been just plotting.
So, who wants to catch up our fixer with what you got so far?
What's your favorite ramen shop, by the way?
We're all saying it's your favorite ramen shop.
Okay.
And Trip is looking a little bit disheveled. He's got his cuffs of his nice shirt rolled up. He's unbuttoned.
What? He's rolled
Yeah.
up his cuff? Holy shit.
Rolled up his cuffs, unbuttoned the shirt. And he is almost manically trying to figure out a plan for these car Panthers. Well, Panther, but trying to make them into Panthers.
And so we're at my favorite ramen shop.
The infamous.
I'm actually going to name it after my favorite ramen shop in San Francisco, Ramen Hello.
Okay.
Free shout out to them if anybody's watching and knows Ramen Hello.
Yeah.
Jonathan might. Have you ever been there over on Saratoga?
Oh, yeah. I've been to that one.
I love that place. It's one of the
like-
2 places I miss.
5 minutes from my house.
I know. Shut up.
So yeah, they so far have picked up. If you go in game, you've got your mission objectives now. And Replica has done a little research, picked up a piece of intel, and knows the transport from the facility that's housing the animals in question. Its starting point and its ending point, both times are supposed to be at either. Don't have the route, unless he uses his extra question to get that. And where it's least likely to be guarded as heavily, and that'll be at the... when it's at the loading dock loading up.
So Trip is smoking, and he's like, "All right. So the way I see it, there are two big issues here. One, getting the truck. B, getting the animals off the truck onto a different truck without the guards noticing. Everything else should be simple. And then just what to do with the car Panther.
How standard is this truck? Is it just like your run-of-the-mill generic delivery truck, or is it something?
It is... Genetafix isn't outsourcing its transport, it's actually doing its own. It's one of their own transport trucks, and it's relatively well armored. It's designed that, should any issues occur either from within or from without, depending on what they're transporting, it's relatively well protected.
Well, so could we steal another Genetafix truck and do the old switcheroo?
Well, you currently have a truck lined up, but it is not a Genetafix truck.
Yeah.
More importantly, is it a trailer truck that could be the trailer could be swapped?
That's a good question.
If we do this, we got to make sure we load up the other truck with an equivalent amount of weight. Otherwise, someone's going to look at the tires and how it's riding and figure it out. There's a really old classic movie about this. I watch it all the time.
That's only for transporting gold bars, ding dong.
I mean, we've got mini elephants and baby hippos in this, or bath
we're
hippos.
talking about stuff that weighs light enough we could pick up with our bare hands.
Maybe the bathtub hippo weighs the same. It's just smaller and way denser.
So it would crush you in the bathtub instead of being fun to play with.
I mean, it's possible. It's for crazy rich people.
Hashtag Project Cerberus.
Yeah, also that.
Well, what's your follow-up question? Maybe that'll enlighten us to something else.
Mine or his?
Replica's got a follow-up question to his research from that list.
Yeah.
Although I feel like a lot of those were already answered.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I can't come up with another question for it at the moment. Like, you said I could use the other question to find out like what the actual schedule was.
Yeah.
So how about I do that?
All right. You have a copy of the route that they are going to be using. It took a little doing. You may have, let's see, I think Trip may have roughed up a few people in his acts of desperation to get that car Panther, and the right person happened to cough up the data, or at least a link to the transport schedule, and in the transport schedule you got the route they were going to use.
I feel like there's kind of an artful shot of the ramen table as we're sitting there drinking, and behind the sake bottle that Trip's drinking out of, you can see like one spot of blood on his rolled up cuff.
So, what's next? Where are you guys gonna? What's your guys' plan? Is our fixer gonna find us a replacement trailer?
So we did determine it is a trailer that we could detach.
It is a trailer off the back of this transport truck. Yes.
Okay, then yes, I will work on finding us a replacement trailer.
Cool.
I mean, do we know if this is a convoy or are they going to have like security set up along the route? Are they going with security or is it just the truck itself driving alone?
Security is going to be in the VTOL craft following it.
Oh, right. Okay.
And at least 2 are going to be on the truck.
Okay.
When we look at the route, is there any like tunnels or like large stretches that may be underneath some other like buildings and developments, kind of like future style, where the road's underneath a big building for an extended stretch?
So basically,
There are
they have
no-
to break off from VTOL.
Extended tunnels. There's a couple of like overpasses, but they're relatively short. For the most part, on that route you also have the route of the VTOL craft, and you can see when it does go under stuff, the VTOL craft route actually comes down and goes under with it.
Yeah. That's going to be a problem. We can handle the 2 on the truck, but I don't think we're going to be able to handle the VTOL quietly.
From what we know of the VTOL, it's taking off from the building as well, right? It's going to be.
It will be stationed on the roof of the research center at their helipad, basically, until the truck's going to leave, and then they're going to wind up and catch up.
So what about the possibility of sabotaging the VTOL before it can take off? You know, the equivalent of sugar in the tank.
It would have to be delayed, because I feel like if it has issues at takeoff, they'll just kind of scrap the whole thing, right? Like,
I don't know. Their scale is pretty important to them. They'll probably want to keep their schedule. The other thing I thought is there any way we could... I assume the loading bay has more than one loading bay. Could we have our secondary trailer in position and trick them into taking that one instead of the real one?
Depends on how you do it.
I do think we need to be inside of the Genetafix building when
We
it
could
leaves.
come in the second trailer.
Because we're not going to be able to like ambush this trailer secretly if we don't already have an inside plant.
Well, we do have an infiltrator.
Yeah. So, like, my intent will be to get us in some fashion. But I'm not sure. Like, I think we can infiltrate with a vehicle on the appropriate setup for it, and then we'll have our truck at the dock, and then just see about rerouting things or whatever we can do with that.
Yeah, if we hijacked a different Genetics truck that was out on route that wasn't guarded, like just like a normal delivery, rode back in on that to get past the guards, then all we got to do is figure out how to get the stuff into our truck instead of their truck without them knowing it. We should be good to go, right?
In theory.
And then Trip looks really happy and looks really sad because he realizes his plan might mean that no one gets to get hurt. And he gets a little bummed out about that.
It's okay, Trip. It's not going to go according to plan. There will be some improvising, and presumably you'll be able to take out your rage on someone.
Trip's like, I'm a happy guy. What? Rage.
Okay, and then we still have the matter of the individual that I am tasked with removing.
So that has slipped my mind. Can you rehash that for us?
I'm trying to remember the details there as well, but I know it was for my contact. She was having some issues.
So
needed me to take care of.
The contact knows a Shinvex operative who she's been having dealings with, and that Shinvex operative is making her life a pain. That Shinvex operative is going to be attending the gala and then getting on the first rocket flight up to the C-squared space station immediately thereafter.
I remember this. This Shinvex operative is the same executive that wants the car Panther, right? And we can just kill him and...
Negative.
Because I remember you trying to pull that angle before.
Operative, not an executive. So I am putting a timer up on the stream. You can't see it, but it's 25 minutes. That's your planning timer. If you want to do a roll, if you want to do a thing, let me know. It won't impact the timer, but it will impact maybe where you are on the phases.
So we determined I'm getting a trailer. Do I need to make any rolls for that?
You would have to find a exact duplicate of a Genetics trailer, which is a little bit hard to come by.
But see, I know a girl.
Aha!
I happen to know a girl who drives trucks, who might be able to, for the right favor, locate us at least a comparable, one that it may not be an exact Genetics truck on the inside, but certainly looks like a Genetics, or can be made to look like a Genetics truck from the outside.
All right, then roll style for your I know people.
Okay, let me grab my character sheet here. Sorry, they updated. I used my character sheet in Firefox, and they updated, so I'm having trouble with the windows.
Oh, really?
It's now called Firefox Quantum or something.
Oh yeah, Quantum.
Oh yeah. How do you like it?
Well, so far it's broken one of my. It's broken one of the add-ons I actually like. They're called 2D tabs, which lets me group my tabs by what I'm doing. But beyond that, it seems fine. I have only using it about 10 minutes, so let's see. So I'm rolling style.
Yep.
No forward on this, right?
Negatory. Shit. Oh my god.
We figured out what kind of night it's gonna be.
Yep.
It's gonna
So
be
we
a
win.
you guys succeed night, it seems.
We win the sprawl now, right? Like, that's just it?
Yeah.
So, apparently, she had a stolen Genefix truck that she's been trying to figure out what to do with. where they boosted some gear or something a while back.
The exact make and model.
I have no problems with that. I won't even have you do a hit the streets roll. You reach out to this lady whose name is
You know what? I'm gonna play the Pee Wee Herman card. Large barge.
Marge Barge?
Large barge.
Oh, large barge.
Large Marge with an M, you neen poop.
Yeah, whatever. Alright, so large Marge it is. You reach out to her. She's like, wait, you need what? Awesome. I have precisely that. I will set you up. Give me a cred for my troubles, and we'll be good to go.
Okay, I'll give her my last cred because after this I'm broke. Wait,
I feel like she owes us a cred.
Yeah, because I have to have a cred for the job. Do you guys? Anybody else have a spare cred?
Triple
Okay, triple cover it.
triple cover it.
Didn't you already spend your cred on the job, though?
Me?
You should have a couple.
Yeah,
spare.
you would have taken it out.
Yeah.
Already.
Oh, did I? Oh, I'm down to
Yeah,
one.
we should have taken it. Well, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, he pre-took out his money. Alright.
All right.
Trip
so-
pulls out one of his cigarettes thinking it was his cred stick and then quickly puts it back in and pulls out the actual
I could see you having a cred stick in the shape of a cigarette.
So yeah, here's my question. Yeah, I look at him. I watch him do that. And I look at him and go, "Has that ever gone the other way around? And you lit a cred stick on fire?"
Trip's just like happens.
You know you have more than one pocket on your body, right? You could maybe put those in different. Never mind.
No.
So they're all kept in that like inside like sports coat pocket. Everything's in there. Cred sticks, gun, cigarettes.
Pocket holding.
I have expected you did the hillbilly route of the wrapped up sleeve with the...
We're getting there. Remember, Trip is still kind of classy Trip right now.
Yeah, okay.
What is he?
We're bringing him down to our level.
What, has he got a brain tumor? Is it slowly going kick?
You enrolling 14. Jesus Christ.
Sorry, I'll try to roll better next time.
Yes,
Yeah.
please. All right,
Hey,
so
at least it was just for fighting a trailer. It wasn't like solving, catching a bad guy. Damn meddling kids.
yep, you have 19 minutes.
Okay, so I'm thinking we find an overpass or a tunnel that they're going through, and
I think
we figure out how to do this in transit, like, without stopping them.
I think we got to do it at the facility. That VTOL craft's going to be like, hey, why is there a second Genefix truck? Hey, why are they mugging the first Genefix truck?
Well, that's
Hey,
what
why
I'm
are
saying.
they
We need a
switching
tunnel.
colors?
We need a tunnel that they have to go. We have to find a
They
tunnel.
didn't have one. That's what we saw on the route. There was none. There were a couple underpasses where the VTOL's going under with them. That's what
Well,
they had.
we need to figure out. So let's figure out where the nearest tunnel is and see if we can't do some road construction or destruction to force them through a tunnel.
We could create traffic or an alternate route requirement. I would assume that they have an alternate route, and we may not be privy to that, though.
That's true.
So the trick is to make them go where we want, not,
That would work because then I could be driving the alternate truck, go to the gala, and kill the guy I need to kill. Although when I show up with an empty truck, could cause some issues.
Well, you know they're not going to unload it until it's up on the gala level, so
True.
you would be at least there.
I assume it's like we're dropping the trailer and they're moving it up anyway.
Oh no, the whole truck's going onto the lift that's
Okay.
taking it up to the, like, 120th floor where the zoo is. So,
Gotcha.
so Jim, you missed the description. The zoo where they're holding the gala at is on this platform that is suspended between a bunch of buildings. It basically is a city block that's 120 floors up.
Well,
Welcome to the future.
Yes.
Wait. What kind of lift are they using to take it up? In one of the buildings?
In one of the buildings, yes.
Oh. I see where you're going.
Yeah. Yeah, what if we don't replace it on the road? What if we replace it? We do the magic box thing and replace it in the elevator.
I like that. Hell, if we're really clever, we could just replace the trailer only.
That's the idea. It's going to be stopped to go up 120 floors. This is not going to be an express elevator. It's not going to be, 120 floors is going to take, 10, 15 minutes. We'll have enough time to swap out trailers.
If we can get our trailer on there, won't they notice that the elevator stops though to let ours on and off?
That's what I'm saying. We do the magic box trick. We don't let ours on or off. We are there the entire time. Have you ever seen the magic box technique with the beers, where it looks like there's nobody there, but there really is?
Think there'd be enough space in this elevator to get a second trailer into it?
Well,
Probably
that's
not.
what we need to find out. They've got a city block hovering
Yeah.
120 floors up.
We think there's be more than one elevator too.
Right. But
So
the
we
trick
could
is that
potentially.
we don't really need a whole other truck there. We just need enough room for another trailer. And then we disconnect it, swap the trailer, put the other one on, and then hide the first trailer until it gets back to the ground floor. Then we back up and take it with us.
That could
Seems
work.
like a good-
So let's scope out. Let's see if we can find some blueprints. Whoever can find some blueprints of this building, let's see what kind of lift we're talking about. We need to know how big it is, whether it works, that we can, whether we can do this optical illusion. Which, in this day and age, I'd have to think that holograms and stuff would be able to do some optical illusions, as long as they don't walk through it.
You probably have to pay
And-
someone for that, but yeah.
Yeah, and what's flight time of this elevator from ground to 120 floors up for a cargo elevator carrying a semi?
Sounds like you want to do another research roll, which you're more than welcome to do.
Not it. Found the trailer.
I mean, the
I
research
think
is
you have the best
your
mind.
specialty.
Yeah. You're the only one with mind.
I could roll links on it because since I had that security contact, I guess that would kind of make sense that we would be researching some of the stuff together based on information she gave me. I don't know what you think about that.
Trip will also roll research.
I'll give it to whoever wants to roll it. Only one of you need to roll it.
I can give you links. See how
Jim,
it goes.
do you want to roll or
Bing?
yeah, Max?
I've only
I
got a
guess.
mind of 1.
I'm 0.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
negative
more
one.
than everyone else.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I'm rolling it then.
Do you want me to roll links on it?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'll take the link on it.
Yeah, that's a no.
God damn it. The shittiest roll of the night. It's mine.
Fine.
Trip rolls 10. Replica rolls 11. Oh,
Max rolls
12.
14.
14. Thanks, dear rolls.
6.
6.
I got a 7.
Hey, that's helpful. That's still a success. Oops. What am I looking for? There we go.
So we gain an intel.
So, You bring up the blueprints for the elevator. You have a connection in the city because you are the man of connections. The city planning department has all the blueprints for all the facilities, and you have the right friend in the right place who's like, sure, take a look at this, whatever. It's a boring ass building plan anyways. You see the elevator is probably just barely enough to fit the truck, the trailer, and another trailer. It would be an extremely tight fit, and you'd be holding your breath that one doesn't hit the other, but it's doable. Where's my research here? And you get that one extra intel. Although, you could have burned the intel on that too, but it's all good. Y'all are sitting on +2 intel for this mission so far. Plus some intel on Simon. In elevator. In fact, you have just enough space that you could theoretically do it side or lengthwise rather than front back, which would make it easier for you to switch trailers without too much difficulty. But that's about it.
Okay, so can we spend an intel on figuring out who we need to contact to do some optical illusions for us? Basically, I need a street magician is what I'm probably going to need. Would that be an intel barn? Or would that be hit the streets?
Intel's more information. This would definitely be hit the streets.
Okay, I will hit the streets.
While Max is doing that, the rest of us, we should probably think about what we're going to do with those other 2 guards that are going to be with the truck. Because this situation gets us out of VTOL range, but if they open that elevator and there are 2 dead guards, that's going to be
What's 2 dead guards? What guards are you talking about?
As much as it pains me to say this, we probably should try to leave them alive.
So there
are 2 guards on the truck.
Right.
They'll be in the cab, presumably.
They're in the cab of the truck for the ride?
I will let you guys burn an intel for them to be in the cab.
Yes.
Because they were going to be in the trailer.
Well, I mean, we could just kill him.
I would burn
Pull a
an intel.
hitman, kill him, switch their uniforms on, and then I can go into the facility or into the gala and kill the other guy.
Well, maybe it's 1 and 1.
Ugh. 6. I might hit the streets. That's for trying to find a street magician that can help me. Apparently, magic is dead these days.
Yep.
I'm gonna need a computer person now. I'm gonna have to find some sort of AR or game designer, I think. Anybody know something like that?
I used my contact for this mission already. What happens on his 6 on Hit the Streets?
His 6 on Hit the Streets subtly does nothing at all. I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't get to... Yeah, there it is.
Oh, no, not that far.
Have I used my contact for this mission? I don't believe I have.
You get a contact every session. So.
Oh.
Wait, I thought I
Every
got one every session. They got
You
one
get-
every mission.
2 every session. Or
Oh.
you get... Wait, hold on.
Wait, I thought he got 2.
Declare contact... Well, no, it is declare contact once per mission. You're right. He gets 1 every session.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Okay. I don't think I've used mine this.
I
think you
don't
have either.
know. Let's see. Blank did for security on site. Replica did for the transport. Nope, I think you're good.
Okay, I think that one of the people that my agency works with in advertising does a lot of like AR kind of like street propaganda with cool projections and stuff. Like we use them for like a lot of anti-space and like projecting what space is going to look like in the future and like showing how the world's going to like degrade. But he'd be real good at doing this kind of thing as well.
Okay. I'll happily go with that. That works for me. Roll style.
Oh no. Hold on. So I accidentally gave myself -11.
Someone's in debt.
There we go. Okay.
Holy crap!
Oh, God.
So you reach out to your propaganda creator,
He's
friend
dead.
you know, and he goes, "Sure, not a problem. I can help you out. It's not an issue at all. I will happily set you up with that thing. Heck, even free of charge. It'll be fine."
Provided.
Trip's like Ewan, you've never done anything free of charge. What's the catch?
Just helping you out, and it gives me something interesting to do.
Oh, okay. Trip's excited about this. Does not mention the car panther though. I want to be explicit. I do not mention the car panther during any of this because I don't want anyone else knowing about these things.
You never know. So, your intel you used to put the guard in the cab, one in the trailer. When you're looking into that information and the screen comes up about it and you see the layout of the truck and you've got the red dot in the cab, the red dot in the trailer, and there's another red dot in the trailer.
Oh, no.
The driver?
No, in the trailer.
Oh.
And it is just labeled BC.
Oh, God.
Trip
You
looks
have
at blank.
4 minutes.
I can't say I've ever fought a bear cat before, but
We need to leave the bear cat alive somehow.
Tranquilizer got anybody?
But then it'd be asleep for the walking out of it. I assume that they're gonna use that as like an escort.
I'm actually going to move this one back.
Aren't we stealing this before they're walking that out?
Well, they're gonna have to open the elevator and get the truck off. I guess that's true.
We're stealing the. Actually, we could just leave him and the guard in the back of the truck till we leave. We're swapping out the trailers. We can take care of them. We can take care of the guard and the Bearcat on our own time. We just gas the back of the
You're
truck to knock them out.
Replica, you're muted.
We do have some access to some zookeeping materials if we need them.
And we
yeah.
have one piece of like tech for this mission that we haven't used yet.
Do you think I could fit my high-powered rifle to fire a dart instead of a bullet?
I don't see why not. It's the future.
I think that's feasible.
I'm not limited by stats or things.
True. I think Lucia can take care of it. It's silenced. It's subsonic munition anyways.
All right. Sounds distinctly like you have a plan, unless you want to...
We need... Okay, so yeah, we just need those tranks. It pains me that I'm not killing anybody. I'm not
Well-
killing the guy in the back of the truck.
We still have to figure out how to hide in the elevator.
And I do need to get into the gala.
Well, you
To
have
take
your
out well,
you have your AR that's going to cover the truck.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, there we go. That's fine.
we have to get the truck.
You
in
could
there,
literally
though.
do it. I think you could literally do it one of two ways. You could set it up that the AR covers it, and then once you do the switch, all you got to do is move the truck that's moving the trailer around, and then switch the AR so that it doesn't look like anything's moved. But I don't know. It's up to you guys on that.
Yeah,
one.
the idea was that we would. So my thought is, we will lift the we will unhook the trailer using the AR. We'd make it look like the cab is sitting still as we slowly slid it under our truck. Put ours down on it, hiding the other truck, and then when the doors open and they drive out of the AR, they won't know that they've moved unless they happen to notice they're closer to a left door or a right door. But the odds of that very slim since they're on an elevator.
Yeah.
As soon as the door closed, we hit down, we back a truck in, we take the trailer out, using the AR to kind of to disguise it until we get it out, and then we go on our merry way and take care of the Bearcat and whatever as we go. As we need. We have 120 floors to go down that we can trank them so that we don't have a problem.
Yeah, sounds good.
Guard's not going to realize anything's wrong for a little bit. He's just going to assume that something's been delayed. We trank him fairly quickly after the other truck pulls out. He won't be able to radio.
This seems like actually a good plan.
You've
Surprisingly,
got 30 seconds before we switch to
I
day
mean-
of.
I think that's pretty good.
And as far as sneaking the truck in there, we just do it a couple of days before, or do it the day before or the night before.
Yeah.
Or morning of or whatever. Just
That'll all be
we're
set up.
extra.
Before everybody gets there, we just keep it hidden and maybe keep the elevator out of order until one of us goes by and repairs it and takes the signs down, and actually turns it back on. Be like, ooh, fixed it just in time for the gala.
And it's a cargo elevator, so it's
Yeah.
not like it's going to be
It's not
heavily
gonna be
used.
used all- yeah, exactly. It's a freight elevator that holds a truck.
I want to make this clear. One of you is dressing up as the repairman. I am not.
I'll do it.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think Scary Blank Eyes over there should do it. Hi, I'm here to repair your truck.
Well,
I'm sorry.
I mean, our fixer friend here does have a person so perfectly designed for transportation. One of your minions does do driving for a living. Can set up the
right.
truck and have
That's
it in
right.
place without any issue. Not to
Yep.
bend the rules a little bit in your favor.
No, I just
but
may have played a while. I forgot about her.
yep. I mean, looking at your clocks, thankfully certain people rolled terribly that I got to move things forward, but yeah, it's fast forward, you get the wipe cut, you get the montage of the fixer's employee moving the truck into place, Trip's AR friend coming in, bringing up his little system, hacking into the AR projection for the entire building, building up this elaborate setup that's around the trailer. So when you walk in and you have AR on, which everyone by default does, because that's just when you get eye implants, or when you're born you get eye implants, because ads. Everyone has to deal with the ads. You have to pay money to actually get it so you can shut that off. You walk into that elevator and you could swear there is not a truck there until you put your hand through the ad and you're like, oh, there really is a truck there. Cut forward to a aerial drone shot of the fancy campus of Genetifics. You see the VTOL craft on top of the roof. It starts to take off. You see the truck move out of the loading bay. It's on the move. It has it's almost gone completely unlabeled, but you can see the subtle simple Genetifics logo on the side. You're happy that the trailer you have is actually an exact match for that. They didn't change it up by any chance. The drone also cuts to the side, and you see a second VTOL craft take up to follow it as well. Another montage it's driving through. It's got this intense music going on as the two hover jets follow after it, fly down in formation behind it in any tunnels, come back out, and it's coming up on downtown. The two crafts veer off. One looks like it's returning back to base. The other one is going up to the platform as the truck rolls into the loading bay of the building. What is everyone doing?
Well, I'm conveniently making sure that the, dressed in overalls or whatever, making sure that the elevator has just been reopened for service. If I see the truck coming, I'll even be helpful and like hold the button and like, wave it in so that I can make sure that, make sure he doesn't hit the edges or anything. Because, truck drivers like it when people help.
Yeah.
Make sure he doesn't hit the other trailer.
The driver
Which I
looks
assume.
at you kind of weird because he wasn't expecting anyone to be on site. He was expecting this all to be automated, as it is every time they do a delivery to any of these locations. It's pretty often they're actually making deliveries to this zoo because Genetifics makes sure that the zoo is well stocked, conveniently enough. But he shrugs, wwhatever, rolls in.
Yeah, it was like when he comes out, or when I walk up to him, like before I leave the elevator, or before he thinks I left the elevator, I'll be like,
he rolls to a stop at the entrance to the elevator, kind of the side window rolls down and be like, everything all right? Is the system running fine? This is a big cargo load that needs to get up there. We're gonna be good.
They wanted me to double check it, make sure it was running tip top. Apparently there was important load coming in or something, and I don't know. I was just leaving, thought I'd help by waving you in.
Give me a fast talk.
At some point I'll get the spin points in that, right? Oh, where's my damn fast talk?
Style.
Oh, that I got. Okay.
Yeah. I think you're good. Oh.
Oof.
It's a 9.
Yep.
The driver shrugs, starts to roll in, and parks pretty much exactly where you wanted. You couldn't have asked him to line up the trailer better if you tried.
Okay, buddy. You good? I'll hit the button on my way out. You just want to stay in the cab?
He just sticks a thumb out and closes his window once more. He knows he's got about 15 minutes of boredom sitting in here. And he's got a really gnarly looking, well-armed dude sitting right next to him.
Mm-hmm. So basically I'm going to walk like casual like I'm walking out, slap the up button, walk around the back of the truck like I'm going to walk out, and then duck under the AR to our trailer.
They don't see you. The AR is almost completely seamless. No flicker, no nothing. You walk through and it's as if you're walking through a wall. But it's just out of sight of them, so they don't see it. But you have the advantage. On your side, it's see-through. So you can still see both trailers.
Right. And then as soon as it starts lifting, start adjusting the, start doing what we need to do to unhook the trailer and, or lift the trailer so we can slide we're basically sliding their vehicle over, not the trailers.
I'm going to retroactively burn your gear to give you the means to lift up that truck and move it over without... Because the AR's not going to do shit. It's just going to be like, I'm light. I'm actually not really light because I'm in your head, but that's a whole different story.
Yeah, we basically need a thing that would let the trucks move sideways on rails or something.
You have this little mechanized dolly system that is remote controlled that you got from. Actually, you picked it up from from Large Marge. She had it. That was part of her theft deal. Was she normally takes trailers. This time she got a trailer and a truck. And she normally takes the trailer with that dolly system, and she hooked you up with that. No issue, no charge. You roll it under. You have the AR wrap around the truck, so it just gives them the feeling like they're still in the elevator. And you shift it over ever so slowly, kind of mimicking any move with the elevator shaking as you're moving up. What can I give you here? Because of that fast talk 7 to 9, give me an act under pressure. Because they're kind of a little bit wary. So they felt like something was off. They did it, but they're like...
7 exactly.
Alright. What can I do here?
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a hard bargain. You can either tip off the guy in the cab or the guy in the trailer.
I'm thinking trailer, guys.
Yeah. We can deal with him.
He's gonna be faster to deal with because, but 2, he won't raise suspicion when the truck pulls out and he's unconscious or in the cab unconscious where everybody can see him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The trick is we need this truck to pull away so the elevator goes back down or we're boned.
Yeah. Yeah, let's push this off onto 10 minutes from us now. I like this.
Fuck them. Hate those guys.
Push this off on to 10 minutes from now? What?
On to us from 10 minutes from now.
Well, it's going to affect you right now. Because as you're shifting the truck over, the dolly system kind of nudges the trailer slightly. It goes a little bit of a shh. And the guard with the Bearcat starts to walk towards the back of the cab because he's confused. It should not be shimmying like this. This elevator is well designed. It should be a nice, smooth ride up. He opens up the back of the trailer.
Trunk dart.
Gun drawn as the Bearcat comes out of the trailer.
Well, we would have, as soon as the door started opening, we would have, I mean, he was talking about having ready to, we were going to trank him anyway as soon as the elevator went back down, so this just elevated that timetable a little bit to trank him now. Him and the Bearcat both.
I think it's time for Blank Stare to mix it up.
Yeah,
so.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, Blank, yeah, you're up. As soon as we see him moving towards the back of the truck, I just look at Blank and go, you're up.
So,
right.
Before you roll, what is your objective?
To down the guard.
Or Bearcat.
Well, I feel the guard has a radio.
Yeah, the Bearcat we could deal with secondary.
Yeah.
But also quietly, because if we start having too much gunfire.
So I've got my high-powered
So
rifle
your goal
silenced.
is to take out or prevent someone from raising an alarm. Correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
By using violent means to do so. I'm down with that. That
Yes.
works for me. All right.
I mean,
beat
we
it
could
up.
also hold him up, but I think it's more of a let's take him down. Sadly, non-lethally, but we could always fix it later. God.
By fix it later, you mean right now, right?
Uh-huh.
All Oh, this plan's just gone to
You,
shit.
you had your rifle out and you aim down the sights and you pull the trigger and the dart looks like it's going perfectly until it smashes up against to his ceramic plated armor and just shatters because it's not designed to poke through ceramic plated armor. And he raises a gun and fires at you.
Well, can maybe we can do this. I was gonna say I think that Trip would have been like pacing back and forth, and that when that guard opened and Trip pulled or Blankstare pulled his gun, I have a like needle gun. So is it the flatchet?
The flechette gun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I shoot him before he gets a chance to shoot his loud gun?
Okay, here's what he ends up doing. The tranquilizer smashes against his armor, does nothing, and he points at Blank, and the dog, or the bear cat, goes running at him and pounces him.
At Blank?
Yeah, pounces Blank. So Blank is knocked down on the ground. Take one... Wait, are you wearing armor?
I don't think I am. Hang on. No.
Alright, take one harm and roll harm. He just pounced you, he hasn't mauled you yet. That's good. You're fine.
Okay.
And now your objective is to get the guard before he makes anything loud and obnoxious. And
Yes, that's my goal.
all right, then fire away.
I'd like to go after Trip.
Sure. What am I looking for here?
Not what I'm great at.
Oh, this is not going well.
We
You
burned
raised-
all our good ones.
You raise your flechette gun and fire it off, and in the process, nail the cab.
Oh, God.
No.
They get a weird hole in their cab, and they're like, where did that come from? They look over, they still don't see anything, and the other guard starts coming out of the door.
Okay, so I've got a bear cat on me, and we've got 2 armed guards.
And I
One
think-
aware and one soon to be.
Replica, you wanted to go?
Yeah. I think with this one guard coming out of the thing to head back, I would like to try to neutralize this guy by stepping out of the AR stuff behind him and pointing my gun at him, telling him to surrender or something.
So
Make him surrender or something.
you're gonna hardball him?
That's what I'd like to do. Yeah.
All right, roll hardball. Roll edge.
All right.
Definitely. 7 gets it. 7 gets it.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
All right. So I am going to, as he's like, he gets out of the truck and begins heading back with his gun out to investigate. And I'm going to step out of the AR behind him and point my silenced weapon at him, or at the back of his head, and tell him that he needs to set his weapon down.
He nods, leans down to set his weapon down, and does so, and in the process goes, "We're under attack! We're under attack! They're trying to steal the animals!"
It was such a good plan.
Yeah.
It was! until you started rolling like shit, which is my time.
It worked for a minute. Okay, so I guess we're going with Plan B.
Yeah.
Replica likes this plan. Actually, Replica and Blank Stare both like this plan. Kill them all.
Sounds good to me. I will.
Basically, as soon as he starts yelling, we're under attack, just put a bullet through his face. Actually, not so much that. Put a bullet through the guards, because I had moved away when I said Blank Stare, it's your turn. So I would have been up by the cab. So I'm going to put a bullet through the guard that's sitting up front. I'm basically hidden in the AR, and I'm just like, as soon as he's like, we're under attack, I'm just going to put a bullet through the guard's face that's in the cab.
All right.
Because it's all gone to shit. Now we're
the guard who was in the cab is the one that I was with. There's still the driver.
Oh yeah, I'll shoot. I'll do the driver. Sorry, I thought you were one that got out. So no, I'll do the driver then.
Cool. Meet it up. In fact, I will make it. You don't even need to roll meat on this one. You come up to the cab and just blast him in the door. He's not armed. He was not paid to be a combatant in this situation. You literally just put a hole in the side of his head, and he just slumps over.
Billy, no!
Yeah. So yeah, climb up in the truck, pull him out, sit down, start figuring out where the gears are.
The truck that's not attached to anything.
Right, I know.
Okay.
Well,
the truck that is halfway between both trucks.
Yeah. Put it. Yeah. I guess put it back on the other trailer.
All right. I will happily let you act under pressure to wrest control back to drag it back to the other truck, or the other trailer rather.
Can I attempt to electrocute the Bearcat with my sparking broken arm?
Can you use that sparking cigarette lighter of yours to override this elevator so we can be going down instead of up?
Well,
maybe if I could get out from underneath this Bearcat.
He's kind of got a Bearcat on him right now.
Oh, there's a Bearcat loose?
Yes. The Bearcat was the guard, the extra guard.
So 7. So I've got the trailer.
That'd be 9 actually.
Back the other way, huh?
That'd be 9 actually.
9.
Yes.
Oh yeah, 9. Sorry, 9. Yeah, I got the truck slide back the other way.
It's gonna take you some time. So right now, yes, it is sliding back, but you have to do that and nothing else.
Right, because I'm trying to hurry it along.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a phone call.
All right. Who wants to help me out from this, or am I doing it myself?
I kind of got a truck in my hand.
I'm an angry guard.
All right. Well, I do have an auto shotgun.
Is it any help that you don't need to be quiet anymore?
Yeah, because it's loud and it's messy, but it works at close range.
I'm happy to work with that one. Do mix it up some more.
Sure.
Tell me, describe this to me as you roll it.
Let me roll it and see what happens, and I'll walk through how it happens.
All right.
Because it might make a difference.
Oh, yeah, that's going to make a difference.
Okay, so I had been kind of crouched with my sniper rifle I was at near range, not close range, but close enough where the thing could pounce on me. I took my shot. It shattered. The Bearcat jumped onto me as I was trying to draw my auto shotgun and discarding my rifle. I fall back and fire, trying to hit it, but I'm just hip firing because it's tackling me to the ground, and it just goes up into the ceiling of the elevator.
What you find actually, it almost just goes up in the ceiling. You actually manage to clip it slightly.
Okay.
But you find when you blast at its side, You didn't catch it on its underbelly. You caught it on its side of itself. It blasted away some fur, and you see this like carbon fiber mesh exposed.
I'm gonna die. Oh,
And take one more harm
all right.
as it literally like pushes you down harder now.
I gotta remember to mark 2 XP now because every harm gives me XP because I'm a masochist. Oh, that's right. And I think, Jim, you got an XP from your fast talk, right?
Oh, thanks.
Isn't that how that works?
Let me remind myself of what Max has.
Oh no, the XP on fast talk is only if you're doing it to a PC.
Gotcha.
I will give you a XP actually, Max, for you did lie about your identity, and it did end up putting the mission at risk because it made them suspicious.
Always the way.
So,
By the way, I'm calling Janine just so when we get to it.
Yep.
all right. So I feel like on my end that I have just shot the guy that I had surrendered, that I captured.
Well,
I mean, basically, like,
Isn't he supposed to suffer the consequence?
I took the third option, which is they do it but tell someone all about it.
Oh, okay.
Advanced appropriate mission clock, which I advanced the action clock.
Yeah, gotcha.
but the appropriate sequence of events after doing that to someone who has a gun to your head is pretty direct.
Unless it's me, apparently, and then I'll just miss you at point blank range.
You had your gun to. It ended up when he shifted to put down the gun. You had the gun to his back. You put a round in him. He's injured, but he is not dead.
All right.
That seems fair. Why don't you make him dead?
Well, I was hoping I could do something to help you, but
Make him dead would help me first.
Well, he
One
is
less part to
disarmed
deal
at the
with.
moment, so
True.
But you can tell he's also not going for his gun. He's now kind of injured on the ground, still more or less cowering.
What kind of gun did he have?
He had a basic assault rifle.
oh, how about this? Before I move on, he's got a radio or something on his chest. That's what he used to do the thing.
It's built
And
into his helmet, but yes.
Okay.
Well, you went like this, and he pushed a button here.
Yeah.
I just want to smash that some way before I move to deal with other stuff.
Okay. You take a nice rifle butt to the side of his helmet. It sparks, and the radio no longer works in his helmet.
All right. So I'm going to go see if I can help Blank Stare.
And for the time being, in the process of hitting his helmet, he kind of collapses on the ground. You think he's unconscious.
All right.
Do you kick his gun out of the way though? Maybe a little farther away.
I'll kick it further under the truck.
Okay.
Seems like that's the easiest way to get it away from him. So then I will move over and while the Bearcat is having its way with Blank Stare, try shooting it.
You're gonna shoot the Bearcat, or you're gonna shoot the other guard?
Oh, I'll shoot the other guard.
Okay. The other guard is more or less trying to direct the Bearcat. Your goal is, I assume, just to try and wrest control of the situation, because right now it's rapidly going out of control, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the elevator is still rising, by the way.
Let me know
That's
when
all
my
part of
phone.
the plan.
Let me know when my phone finishes ringing.
All
right.
roll your meat, and then I will do the phone call.
All right. I'm terrible at this. Here we go.
8
7.
minus 1 is 7.
Apparently better at it than me. I have 2 meat.
Well, I am not being pressed by a bear-sized cat at the moment.
That's fair.
So choose 2.
All right. So let's see. I'll mix it up. So I definitely want to make too much noise right now.
You don't have much mission clock left to advance, as a warning.
Ah.
I mean,
Okay, so-
I'm happy to move the action clock forward. You're going to arrive at the upper floor, and there's going to be 15 guys with guns waiting for you. But whatever.
All right. Then I think I'm gonna go with give Blank Stare some additional XP, and I'll take some harm in an gunfire exchange with the dude, and Blank Stare will take some harm before the Bearcat's called off.
Okay, so here's what's going to happen. You take aim and fire a shot at the other guard. Feel free to describe your badassery as you're shooting at this guard, by the way.
All right. I have, at this point, I'm going to use my SMG.
Okay.
So come around, fire off a 3-round burst, center mat.
I could see you. You're like walking through the AR gun first. And you're like, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. I'm thinking.
Okay, keep going.
I'm thinking center mass on the guy because he's got armor and it's not high penetration on this one.
What's the damage on your gun?
I think it's 2.
Okay, that works. All right. You fire the rounds. He hears your approach and is turning just as you start firing off. And as he's doing so, he's drawing his own gun and fires off 2 rounds as he's hit and knocked backwards a little bit. One lands in your shoulder and you take a... Wait, do you have armor?
No.
Take 2 harm.
All right.
And one flies through the AR, hits the side of the cab, ricochets off, or hits the side of the trailer, ricochets off because armor-plated trailer, smashes through the back of the truck cab, and nails Max.
No. Me. Blank.
Nope.
Oh.
GM override.
Okay.
So where the fuck's it hit me?
You take 1 harm as it like cuts through the door, the back of the seat, and then flicks off to nick you on a part of your body. 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah. Right? Do I need to roll harm too?
Yes. Roll harm +1. Or roll 1 harm. There you go.
Like that?
Yep. All right. Jim. The dolly jams. Or, no, the dolly keeps moving, but you kind of lose control of it, so it pushes beyond the trailer, and it's going to take you a little bit extra time to push it back.
Mother, could you guys stop shooting me long enough to get this? Let me get this trailer down.
Replica. As you get shot, the round cuts into your shooting arm, and you drop your gun.
Oh, balls.
It still works. It's just on the ground.
Yeah. Then
And then Max, now that you've been shot, make your call.
So I'm calling Janine.
All right.
Basically, I'm like, hi. I need you to hijack an elevator. Look over at the counter, and you got 58 floors to do it. 57 floors, 56 floors.
She goes, hold on a minute. Brings up the system. Reaches out to a contact as well. You see a third, like, blurred out picture pop up as the call goes on. Talks about the details of it. Roll me a... I'm going to go with act under pressure.
Nine.
That'll work. So, she says we can get it to stop. Or we can get it to go back down. The only problem is, it's still going to stop at the top. I can't get it to... It is locked in to go to the top floor first. I can't stop it from doing that. But it will open the doors and then immediately close and go back down.
I can work with that.
Okay.
Okay, we got to adjust the AR to make the entire elevator look empty. Nobody's going to walk into an empty elevator looking for a truck they think is not there. And if the doors immediately close, no one's going to chase it very far because they think the elevator's empty.
I will let you guys do a... Someone can do a fast talk for that. That is a adjust for the AR, basically. Because the AR you programmed wasn't officially designed to do that.
Who wants to roll fast talk? I have a 1.
I have a 2.
Or
okay.
I will let you guys burn an intel and flashback talking to the designer and go, hey, we need a backup option. Program this in.
Sure, let's
That's probably a good option. Yeah.
It flashes back. You're like, you know what? Shit might hit the fan. How about this as an extra option? You just set an AR at the front, and it's empty. That works. Okay.
Is there anything? Is any of the guards or anything still wiggling?
One guard is seemingly unconscious between the two trailers. The other guard is slightly injured, but up and still has his gun. And the bear cat is staring hungrily into blank stares, blank eyes. Like he's going to be a tasty, tasty morsel of food soon.
Okay. I'm not going to disconnect the call from Janine. This is going to look like I'm like the Maz Kanata phone call from Last Jedi for those who have seen the movie.
Yeah.
We all have.
What's that?
We all have.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, hold on. Thanks. Can you let me know when the doors are getting ready to open so I can make sure we're quiet in here?
She's like, I'll let you know. Not a problem. That part I can do pretty easily.
I need jetpack off.
Well, no, I'm just going to turn around and shoot the bear cat from behind.
I will say, with where the cab is, you have line of sight on the guard.
Okay, right. Shoot the guard in the back.
Then let's go with mix it up.
Yeah. Is there anything I can do to get a forward on this? Since he doesn't know I'm behind him.
Sure, I'll give you a freebie forward on this one. You guys have had shit show after shit show going on with this fight. I'll give you a little bit of boost.
9 total.
Oops, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Mix it up. Choose 2 out of the mix it up.
Hang on, I gotta bring that up. Wait, do I have my book handy? Not have my book handy. Give me 30 seconds to read the book up.
It's you make too much noise, advance the mission clock, you take harm as established by the fiction, an ally takes harm as established by the fiction, something of value breaks.
We killed the car panther.
Oh my god. I'd have a little trouble setting that up in the fiction, but I could probably come up with something.
So I got to choose 2 of those?
I have an idea for something of value breaks.
Oh god, I'm so nervous about that one.
And you have 3 spaces left on the clocks.
Well, I don't want to use those yet. Fuck. So, I mean, I want to do something of value, but I'm afraid it's going to either have to be the lift that's got the truck moving around right now, or...
I have a really good idea for the something of value breaks.
Okay, what's
I'm so
that?
worried about that one.
So, if you take it, I will say your shot goes wide, nicks a component of the trailer, and the trailer lock shut off. And the trailer door starts to open.
Does that mean all the animals are going to be getting out?
Maybe?
Hopefully they're caged or whatever.
Well, I assume they were caged in there.
But it more seems like you would nick the power supply to the truck. Or to the trailer, rather.
So that means we'd have to fix it before we can pull it out?
No, the trailer will still be able to be hauled just fine, but it might have been running all the locks on the cages, you're not sure.
Also, wouldn't be able to shut the door so stuff
And
can
it
fly
won't
out the back.
and you won't be able to shut the door to the trailer until the power is reconnected.
Good God.
Can we count that as both? It's pretty...
Pretty brutal.
Sure, I'll go with that.
Okay, I'll take it if it counts as both options, and I'll count it as... Because it is going to be pretty brutal, especially if it powers any of the other cages.
Or could we not have it power the cages and you just shoot me again? I'd rather get shot again than
I
have to
can't give
chase
you all the
fucking
XP there. So
Wait,
you lean out of the side of the...
They have it ricochet off the truck, where it's only the doors, and it actually hit Replica since he hit me last time. Be like, fuck, I hate shooting in a barrel.
All right, so you lean out of the side of the truck. You take a shot, or wait, what gun are you using?
Whatever my is. Oh, wrong window. Hold on. I need another monitor, apparently.
This is why I have 3.
Yeah, apparently, I need another monitor for these things. I'm using my okay. 2 of my contacts is missing, and my weapon's missing. Weird. It's whatever pistol that I had picked up. It was just regular whatever pistol.
Right.
Hold on.
So you have an auto pistol, I'll assume, and you fire off a few rounds. One seems to just clip that guard perfectly. He goes keels over, rolls to the floor. The Bearcat in the process perks up, notices his guard or his handler is injured, and immediately rushes over protectively to the handler and frees blank stare. In the process, the other 2 rounds that are fired out of your pistol ricochet off the walls a few times. The door lock on the trailer gets damaged, starts sparking, and the trailer door just looks like it's locked down now. And the other bullet goes chunk, into Replica Shoulder. Following the first one that I was already in Replica Shoulder. Take 1 harm, Replica, and roll another harm roll, please.
The worst job ever.
7. Technically it's 9 because it's total harm suffered, but it's okay. It's the same thing.
I thought it was. Yeah, I thought that it was that I took in that particular go.
Oh, is it total harm?
Oh no, it's roll harm suffered. You're right.
Okay. Hey, kitty.
You, when you're hit, kind of look back to where you had walked between the trailers and don't see the guard that was there anymore.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
But he doesn't seem like he's currently going to be doing anything to you, but he is no longer where you left him. All you have left that you know of is the Bearcat.
Okay.
Blake, I think that Trip's been standing there for a while after his first failed shot.
Oh, then please, Trip, by all means.
And I think I already have my gun out, so I think when the Bearcat kind of jumps off Will for blank stare, I think I get a little bit nervous as it's coming back to its guard. I'm going to try to shoot it.
All right.
With the gun, because things are going crazy.
And what would make it less crazy? More gunfire.
Yeah.
Here's my pitch. I think that I should get a forward because in studying for this mission, which I've established that Trip has done religiously, I have done a lot of research about genetically modified cats. Car panthers, guard panthers, all sorts of cats.
I would have to agree with that, just given how much Shane has talked about it.
I will give you the plus because this was part of your research of the facility anyway.
Yes. I will use my last hold on the facility to say that it was information about the Bearcat.
Beautiful. Take it. In fact, I will give you... Nice! That's what? 11 on the spot.
11 total.
Which is a full attack. Let's see, where is it? You turn your flechette rounds onto that cat and just nail it straight between the forehead, right in the forehead. The one point you know on that cat that is not covered by this crazy genetically engineered Kevlar carbon fiber mesh skin that was designed on that thing.
And a single tear rolls down my eye.
It goes... drops unconscious. Just as the elevator goes ding. The doors open. There are 6 guards standing, guns aimed at the elevator, who look entirely confused. Pause for a moment. One of you give me an act under pressure.
I do have thermographic eyes.
I will let whoever has the highest cool roll this.
That one.
That would probably be me.
Then
I have 1.
Yeah. Okay.
Go for it. And if someone wants to do links, this is your best opportunity.
Yeah.
I do have a link to Replica, so let me roll that first. Ugh.
Well, you're going to be implicated in whatever happens at this point.
All right. I've got no forward on this, correct?
I will give one forward because it's part of your prep.
All
and
right.
It has to deal with obfuscating things and hoping that guard you injured isn't going to speak up.
Yeah. All right. Then roll. And we have a 10.
I can live with a 10. The guards look really confused, and one of them looks like they're about to walk forward into the door, and the door's shut. And the elevator starts moving back down again.
Okay.
All right.
And you
Now
hear
look at-
on the dead guard's corpse, and we heard reports of you guys were under fire. What happened? The elevator was empty. What's going on?
So,
Do you want me to try to answer that and make a cool roll, or our style fast talk?
I'd like to. Well, I've got some other stuff I want to do too, but I can do it as well.
Oh, right. Can't you mimic voices?
Basic, that as a basic infiltrator thing, I think.
Trip. I'm like, why? No, we don't need to say anything. Why would we give them any information? This seems like the Chinese food all over again.
Okay.
Okay.
I feel like Blank would be kind of actively hunting this other guy just to make sure that he's been pacified. I don't necessarily have to kill him, but I just
We
want
don't
to make sure
have
he's
to
out of
hunt
the
him.
action.
You don't have to really hunt him. He's laying right there.
Well,
No,
no,
he's
He
not.
disappeared.
But I have thermographic eyes, so I should be able to scan around and look for heat signatures.
Are you just like hunting him, or are you like come out, and you won't die, or what are you doing?
Well, now that we're going back down, it might be some of that come out, or you don't die.
Are you? That wouldn't still be hardball. I will give it as a act under pressure with a 1 forward for your thermographic.
Okay. Finally.
There we go.
You sneak around going, come out, I know you're there, and you end up getting the drop on him and just catch him unawares. You are welcome to, if you want, take the option to murder him, or just knock him unconscious.
I'm gonna knock him unconscious because he did not speak up. I'm gonna reward his behavior.
Alright. You knock the guard
So-
unconscious, he just drops like a sack of potatoes because you caught him at just the right moment, and you're just like... And
Plus, I don't want to miss the damn shot.
out.
Well, we put him, the dead bearcat, the dead guard, the dead driver in the other trailer.
Which I assume we're still obscuring with AR for the time being.
Right. Well, we're obscuring the whole thing. But when we leave, we'll obscure that trailer and leave it here.
Yeah,
At
the
least it'll
elevator.
give him
The
some
elevator
confusion.
still looks empty to anyone who is outside the elevator. But if they ever walked through that door, they would instantly know something's going wrong.
At least until we pull the truck out.
Yeah.
God
The
damn
idea is
it.
that we're going to leave the other trailer behind in the elevator with the AR hiding it, so it takes them a little while to find it
Yep.
with their guards and bearcat and driver.
Yep.
While we're headed down, I would like to do some first aid.
Sure.
On myself and anyone else who has been harmed. So, there it is. I'll start with myself. God damn it. All right, so I am looking in the cab of this truck for a first aid kit because apparently we forgot to bring our our medical shit with us.
Our plan was perfect. We didn't need him.
Yeah,
Yeah, we weren't even going to hurt anybody. We were just going to deceive them. But we didn't.
Yeah.
Who needed
they got
who
an
needed
easy.
a medical kit for that?
I almost didn't bring bullets.
They got an easy pass in here. Milky Way and some cigarettes. Here you go, Trip. But no first aid.
What's the
I'll
brand of
take
cigarettes?
that
Are they
away.
my Special K's or are they like some other non-drug addicted cigarette?
I'm sure that these are not up to your standards.
I'll take the Milky Way though. My blood sugar's getting a little low.
There you go.
Well, I did get shot.
That's fair. Any shitty sake or any other kind of liquor?
No.
He was a driver.
Did we get the trailer reconnected, by the way?
You're still in the process. You think you might have it hooked up by the time you get to the bottom.
Well, since there's no other bullets flying around, probably not that bad to get it hooked up.
You do still have the back door of the trailer distinctly in the down position. In the, how best to put it, the Knight Rider style car would drive up into it,
Oh,
but it
for
would be
fuck's
leaving a
sake.
trail of sparks.
Oh,
Oh, that kind of down.
I was picturing like locked shut.
Oh, no.
Down, yeah.
No. It's
When the-
it's
when the
locked
fuck
open.
did that- Yeah, walk around the back of the truck. When the fuck did that fall open?
You shot it as I spit out some blood.
Yeah, you look up and you see one of your rounds is just perfectly embedded in the latch.
Give me 1 second, guys.
All right.
Is there any movement inside the back of the truck? Because Trip's still standing kind of in that back behind it area where this combat took place.
You click a. I assume you have a flashlight or something on you.
Yeah.
It's dark in the trailer because it seems clipping that door also seemed to clip off the lights. When you click on a flashlight, all the cages seem secure at the moment, or at least there's not any movement that involves things climbing out of cages.
Okay.
You're almost to your 3rd XP for this. You have not quite extracted the animals yet, but you're close.
Any idea on how to get this stupid thing back up?
Can we just remove it?
I'm worried about the animals falling out the back.
What kind of cages are they in? Are they in like what we consider just like loose kind of like metal cages, or are they in like cages built in like animal like control style?
They are in these fancy kind of almost like plastic. They look like they're made of plastic cages. They're see-through. They have holes in it for breathing and whatnot. You're not actually quite sure how they open because there doesn't seem to be a gate on them, but you assume they have to open somehow.
And I'm assuming they're secured somehow, otherwise they'd be sliding all around when they were.
They
That's a good
they
point.
seem to be like mag locked to the floor at the moment.
Oh, but if the power's out, verify they're still maglocked.
I want to go investigate one of the smaller cages.
All right, you go up to the
Car Panther.
Car Panther cage, and it looks to be locked in and secured in place at this time.
Okay. Let's just take the back off. We'll drive it out. We got to get somewhere quick. But we have that extra van that we can move these into eventually. So we just got to get this out of here and hide it somewhere.
All right.
I mean, I'd assume we probably had an escape route planned out with that van along the route.
Yep.
And some
Yep.
kind of tunnel or something. That would make the most sense because we'd still have that van.
And presumably some equipment to move it from one van to another.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, we weren't planning on keeping the truck forever.
No.
We just weren't expected to be quite under as much pressure as well. We may or may not be under a lot of pressure. I may be really confused as to why it didn't come out at the top.
Yep, I think that works. Let's get this stupid back off and let's get it out of here as fast as we can. I will deal with my other
So we're
assignment later.
Moving the thing up, or how are we doing?
Breaking it off. We're taking the door off, if we can.
Couldn't we just replace it with the door from the other one? We don't have much time.
We don't have
I
much time.
imagine they're heavy.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, how are we breaking it off?
I've got a high-powered rifle.
Are there just like pins? Because a lot of the backs have like pins that you can kind of pull out, and they kind of like the ramps drop down.
I will let you act under pressure to
All right.
pull this door off.
Do we have any other gear?
Not on hand at the moment.
Damn.
7.
Oh, how a
Comes
hard
off.
bargain this one.
Son of a bitch.
The car Panther escapes.
He said a hard bargain,
All right.
not Sophie's choice.
All right, here's the hard bargain. You think you can pull the door off if you shut off all the power to the trailer.
What about just some road sparks?
Can we flip it? Well, the question is will it move?
It will move, but unless you have some way to secure it back up to the top, it will just fall back down again.
Do we have another wheel we can put under it?
Well,
No, I'm just thinking. Hold on. Give me a second. I got it. You have a high-powered rifle, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Shoot a hole in the center top portion of the door, and then shoot a hole in the roof of the truck. We'll tie a rope through it.
Okay.
Would it be easier to use the tranquilizer darts that we already have to trank all these animals and then just turn off the power, drop the door, and get on our way?
I don't know.
Wouldn't
Look at
they
the back.
slide out?
How many animals are back there?
What?
The door is open. How many animals are in the back of this fucking truck?
Well,
There
if we turn the power,
are-
we can turn the power back on again, right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Say 10 total.
Yeah, I don't know. Can we turn the power back on if we turn it off?
The only way you guys at the moment have worked out if you could shut the power off, it looks like it's a permanent shut off for the trailer.
Wait, couldn't we just use some rope to tie the cages closed so that they can't open, or are they not those kind of cages?
I mean, if you got rope.
We don't know how the cages work. They're just locked in place with a magnet. So if the magnet comes off, then they'll slide around.
The cages are these like cubes of plastic that don't seem to have seams. They have holes for breathing, but other than that,
Great.
you assume the crates open somehow, but you're not quite sure how.
We haven't had time to look at that. Yeah.
so let me
Okay.
throw.
Second idea. Go ahead, Jim. Go ahead,
Let me
Jimmy.
throw another possibility. We do have the other trailer that has not been shot up.
Do
Presumably.
we have time to swap the cab? I don't think so.
I don't think so anymore.
Oh,
We would run
No,
the risk
that
of
wouldn't work.
another trip up and down.
we could.
Oof.
I mean, we could pull an Ocean's 11 on him. We load all the animals into another trailer, leave it, take out this one as a decoy, and then come back for it. But
Sure, we do have another truck waiting not too far away, because we were planning on this truck pulling away.
Look, here's my thing. We went up. The elevator was empty. No one's going to be checking for us back down at the bottom of the elevator that was already empty.
Well, right now it looks empty
But-
anyway when the door's open.
Right. So, but I think this is our only window because they're going to be scrambling, but eventually they're going to come back to check out the elevator.
So what are you saying?
I think we got to just get this truck out of here, and we can swap the animals out.
Okay. On the
Once-
inside of this door, is there anything that we could tie rope or something to? There's got to be some rope in this damn truck. It's a truck.
can we repurpose any of our trailer swapping tools for this job? Clamping, this door shut.
Trip sighs and pulls off his tie. That's like this really fancy future material tie that's actually strong.
What I'm thinking is, we pull the door up and somebody's on the inside and just holds it up until we can get out of here. It doesn't have to be like locked down, secure. It just needs to be not dragging the ground, so it doesn't leave a ton of sparks.
I'll let the tie thing work, but Trip has to accept the fact that using the tie this way, A, voids his warranty, and B, damages the tie.
Look, I'm not super rich, so I get most of my clothes on this like deal where I buy them and then return them a couple weeks later saying that they don't fit right. But doing this is definitely going to cost me some money here, so I guess I'll do it.
Well,
All right,
I'm sorry.
I'll accept that one.
Let me remind you one thing. Car Panther.
He
Yeah,
still
I
has to
know,
make a
Car
decision
Panther.
about that too.
Right, but I mean, this is we're doing all this for his fucking Car Panther, so if he donates the sides, seems like a fair trade-off.
I was undecided coming in tonight, but I have now decided, so.
Oh, interesting.
Okay, so we can use the tie to basically somebody's on the inside, the rest of us lift the door back up and stand it back up, and so we can just pull on the inside to hold it closed.
And I imagine there's some sort of like hooks or something that I can kind of tether it to like at least help me support the weight of this gate.
I'll let you, and you have a way you could tie the tie around one of the support hooks and one of the sections of the door that it will hold it enough. You're just stuck in the trailer.
I'm doing this. I'm all in on this.
Yeah, so just over the comments, like, okay, we'll let you know as we're getting ready to pull out, but you might want to find a seatbelt.
I assume I'm probably in the trailer with him too.
And then are we going to put the rest of the bodies in the other trailer while we're going down while I'm doing this?
We already did that.
Yeah, that's already been done.
Yeah, and we're leaving the AR unit shrunk down when we leave, so that trailer's hidden for a while.
I'm going to.
I guess that leaves Replica and I in the cab. I guess I'll dress as the truck driver and.
Sure. I'll dress as the guard. That. Yeah.
Oh, all right.
As one of the guards.
I like how
Hmm?
our most consistent plan is just to strip people and take their clothes.
Hey, if it
Especially
works for
strip
Agent
dead
47.
people. Dead and shot people. So these uniforms will not pass direct eye muster as a warning.
Well, Replica can strip the unconscious guard. Well, he was shot too, though.
Yeah.
So never mind.
But conveniently, as the elevator finally settles and it goes ding and the doors open, it opens to an empty loading bay. To which you're like, huh, that's a little weird.
No, we were hoping for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But one would assume if an entire truck of expensive prototypes goes missing, they'd be amassing the troops on all fronts.
Oh, they'll get to this one. They'll get to this front. We're just not going to be here. So, what's driving?
I'm Jet Chewy.
Yeah, you drive out of that loading bay as fast as you can muster. You should probably tell your driver minion to maybe bounce, because she probably doesn't want to be there when they start searching for suspicious things like
Oh
a
yeah,
person
no, I
waiting
didn't.
with a truck.
I would have had Janine. Well, as soon as we determined that we don't need her when we got to the ground, I would have told her and Janine that what's happening and for her to be gone.
You drive out into the open air, and I assume one of you guys glances up and you see the VTOL craft starting to do the one jump jet that stayed starting to do a search pattern, because it's pretty obvious something has gone wrong, but they have not noticed your truck yet as you pull away. Give me a... Give me an act under pressure.
Me?
Oh, no, wait. Give me a fast talk. I'll do it with a fast talk.
Seems an appropriate way to end the night since I started it with 2 6s.
Yeah, yeah. You're pulling away, and just as you think you're about to get under the first overpass before the VTOL craft notices you, it turns. You hear a beeping on the dashboard as it seems like a locator beacon has turned on the truck, and the jump jet starts nosediving towards you, and we will cut for this evening.
Yeah. Last scene is me going, mother. It cuts out.
Oh man!
And I didn't even get to the fun surprise I still have waiting for you guys.
Oh, great.
This job has sucked. Stupid car panthers.
The funny part is you're working for someone who's probably more than rich enough to have bought all the things in this truck.
Seriously.
But
You
he doesn't
say that
want to
like-
buy them. He wants to
You say
have
that like
them
you
stolen.
say that like he's not going to pay for them before this is all over with.
Well, I mean, he's going to pay you maybe, depending. I mean, your get paid roll is literally going to be +1 because you only have one legwork slot left. well, I guess at this point your legwork clock is done.
Well, yeah, we finished legwork. It would be
Yeah,
action.
but legwork determines your get paid roll.
Right, but I mean that's one times whatever.
All right. So that wraps it up for this evening. I have a couple of little surprises left for you guys for next time. I assume we're still on track for week after next, unless we want to slot in for next week too, depending on how you guys are feeling.
Probably do next week, but I'll have to see.
Okay. Let me know sooner rather than later so I can post out as needed. I guess we'll go through everyone and thank everyone for attending this evening. I'm still Seraph pretty much everywhere. Follow me on Twitter, on here, on YouTube, on pretty much everything. This video will probably go up sometime tomorrow-ish for this evening if you want to rewatch it. I will normally just be gaming Wednesdays for the time being, mostly because I don't have a lot of time on my hands right now, but we'll see if I can't sneak some more in the future. Blake, where can everyone find you? And
Sure. I am at blanks821 on Twitter, and I'm on here. Really, you're just going to find me on here for the most part, although I do have a little more free time on my hands, so see what I can do with that. I don't know. But, yeah, we'll see.
Max, where can people find you?
I'm VidWizard, VIDD Wizard, everywhere. Tumblr, Instagram, Twitter, here, everywhere. I hope to be on time next time. So since it won't be the first of the year and I won't be in PI planning, it should hopefully work out.
Always good. And
Yeah,
thank you for getting here.
We spent 12 hours working the 2 days before. We took our Christmas break and first 2 days after we got to do 12 hours again. So
Oof.
That's rough.
Try and get a little bit of relaxing in when you can. I'm glad you were able to make it. It made it a lot more entertaining for this evening. Especially with that last roll, thank you.
Oh, God.
Well, it seems an appropriate bookend to roll, double sixes, at the beginning, my very first roll, and snake eyes on my last roll. It was the exact same roll. It was my fast talk, it's my style roll, so it just seems appropriate.
Trip, where can people find you?
You can find Trip at Earth's Trip West on Twitter, and at some point he'll probably get better at posting stuff. But
That's all good.
Yeah.
And Replica, I know you don't have anything on the social medias, so feel free to fill in your goodbyes for the evening.
Yeah, nothing doing here. Sorry.
No worries. All right.
Bye,
Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. We'll be back either next week or the week after, depending on how things go. I will post it on Twitter when I know more. You all have a lovely day, and I hope everyone's having a happy New Year. Good night. Yeah, I haven't done your thanks for watching. Oh well, whatever. Transition.